Brothers, I've been indicating how the Fefails created nothing that helped the whole Afro community, but instead hurt it, right? The saddest part is how you still got these wonder simps coming to defend the most wicked of behaviors. Just the most wicked of behaviors. Alright? So, then, what do you do about it? Well, not really nothing. Alright? Because they are who they are. So, the best we can do is start weeding them things out. The wonder simps. Alright? We need to start weeding them out. Understanding that these Fefails, BL Fefails, are working for the causes of supremacy. The white kind. Alright? And don't get it twisted. Not all white people are white supremacists. Alright? But the system, the government in which we live is that. The Hollywood, people running Hollywood is that. Alright? And these BL Fefails work hand in hand with that group to subdue the man, to take and rob boys of manhood before they can even begin or come into manhood. Alright? Brothers, we gotta watch our P's and Q's. Because it's real. And it's getting realer by the day. Now, y'all know what to do here, but let me greet everybody real quick. Warden Harugu Dog, Ola Oi to the Bang, Passos, Bonjour, mes amis, Keda Bawani, Konnichiwa, Nihao Nihama, Sani Bonani, Jumbo Haragani, Assalamu alaikum, and Shalom. Alright, y'all know what to do. My Cash App and my PayPal me will be in the description box. And of course, this video is for BitChute. Alright? So, y'all know what to do. Alright? So, let's get on with it. The reason for this video is I got some comments where people just wanted to defend, especially this one, the one woman, whose son got shot, Miss Lee, right? And you'll see her videos. I put 2 of them up. I put her stuff that's come out of her mouth, and I put what her actual occupation was. And keep in mind that this woman's son got shot, assassinated, because she was messing with a thug, but she wasn't a good mother anyway. As a matter of fact, she wasn't really the mother. The grandmother was. The child was living with the grandmother. All right. I call this the long version is because I cut a lot of things out, so that you could get kind of the picture. But I want y'all to get the whole picture of who she was. But I want y'all to understand the whole picture of what's going on with Black women, the Black Women's Organization, Black Women and GoFundMe, and then keep this in mind. This title here. All right. So, we're going to get started with, what?
This don't make no sense. I am so tired of y'all social media and y'all Facebook people bashing me. Y'all don't even know me. I was the best mother I was to my son. So somebody leak a video of me banning the car. You lie. If a motherfucker telling you they gonna try to take your life too because whatever the fuck was going on, they already took my son. I walk to work. I get on the bus. I'm not trying to be a target for nobody. What you mean? I'm just gonna be like, okay, I know I'm in a pool of trouble, but yet I'm gonna keep walking myself to work or keep getting on the bus? How y'all sound? I got this shit for my protection, and y'all bashing me for getting a car for my protection? I'm pretty sure that's something my son would have wanted me to do. Y'all people is crazy. Please just leave me alone. If y'all not gonna support me, leave me alone. I still have to live my life. Yes, my son gone. He's in a better place. Won't y'all just leave me alone? If you're not going to support, leave me alone.
Okay. So the weave wearing fake hair hatted hooligan, as I heard, who did I heard it? Sotomayor, right? So basically, she wants people. All right, that's a phrase coined by Tommy Sotomayor, right? But she wants people, the very people that gave her the money, to leave her alone, but they gave her their money thinking that she was going to use it for the benefit of this child. She went to Vegas. She bought a car, not a gun to protect herself, but she bought a car, right? And so we're going to get back to her in context, right? She bought a car. She went to Vegas and gambled. She used all these people's money, these white people's money, for her enjoyment, and she went out on the town. All right. And we're going to get back to her, right? But we're going to get back to her after I tell you this, that she was not the one watching her son. And to give you more background, all right, who this woman is the woman whose son was shot in the alley 9 times on his way back from school, going to his grandmother's house where he really lived, by some gangsters who were targeting this woman's baby daddy because she was screwing thugs and thugs only. Now, there was no real relationship between her and her son. And again, we'll get back to that later. There was no real relationship between her son and the baby daddy, which is why the baby daddy, really easily concealed who really shot up his son. There was no retribution for the people that shot the son by this woman or her baby daddy, because nobody cared about that little black child. Because in America, black women don't care about them. And when they don't care about them, they mess with black dudes that don't care about crap. The thugs. You see? The thugs, the gangbangers and stuff. Right? Now, so remember this. Remember the question at the beginning. Remember this.
What does the word queer mean to you?
Queer, to me, is an umbrella term that incorporates folks who are outside of the heterosexual norm and what we call heteronormativity, which is a
Notice
big
how
word
she's making up a
for,
word. That ain't no word.
Marriage is just between a man and a woman. It's the patriarchal family as we understand it. What's important to us in Black Lives Matter is that we are elevating and cultivating the leadership of folks who have not been included in the conversation. That includes Black trans women. That includes Black immigrant women, Black disabled folks, Black incarcerated and formerly incarcerated people. So to us, right, we're really trying to queer our movement. We know even in our tradition and our legacy of Black liberation that queer and trans folks have been in the leadership, however, have had to kind of cut pieces of themselves off because it wasn't acceptable. Baird Rustin being an incredible example of that. Audre Lorde being an incredible example of that, right? We want to create a different kind of movement culture. We think it's important, we think we need it, and we don't think that we can survive without it.
So I hear that and I think, fantastic.
Of course, right? Now, this is the reason why she don't think she would survive without it, right? Because the movement in and of itself is destructive. Think about it. If you queer everything and nobody's making babies, nobody can survive. So she wants destruction for the whole human race as far as she's concerned. Think about it. If no one has babies, no one survives. So she's right. They can't survive without it. It's not a self-sustaining movement. It needs to go to hell in a handbasket quicker than it's going to hell in a handbasket now. But remember, her movement was not for the Black community as a whole. It was mainly for Black women, immigrant women, women that they could turn queer, and she's trying to queer their movement. It was never about black men. It was never about black lives, right? And so people need to stop saying if Black Lives Matter, then this is because Black Lives Matter movement is not about black lives, right? It's not for the black community. It's for the feminist, the gay and transgender community. Helping the black community is simply a front. All right? Understand this. Now, let's get back to my favorite person.
Like my bitch is older. These racks in my pocket, they won't.
This is what she was doing when while her son is living with her grandmother. This is why this woman's son was living with her grandmother. You see what I'm saying? Now, when I did the first two videos, or when I did the other video, I'll put it in the description box, right? When I did them, I cut all of this out so that y'all can get the image, right? But I still got wannabes coming to my channel trying to defend this woman and try to get on me. Oh, brother, you're tearing the community down. Oh, brother, this, that, and the other. All right, tear the community down. Do you know this is a web address? www. I'm only on YouTube. This woman's son was in the national news. I'm only on YouTube. More people see black. This is his mother. This is the best kind of mother she could be. You see what I'm saying? So now, y'all can see the real deal of what this woman was really doing and how disgusting she really was. White people should have researched this woman before they started giving her all this money on GoFundMe. I mean, really. They should have really researched this woman. They should have really researched this woman before they start giving her this money. White people don't have a right to get mad. Or black people. Anybody that gives money to these kind of sisters, right? The whole premise was jacked up. A boy was shot in the hood. A gangster ratchet mom. They should have researched that and saw, but their heart went out to the little boy being shot. They should have researched it, though. They should have researched the mother of Tyson Lee. But no, they didn't. Think about it, people. Think about it. Now, keep this in mind. This black woman and her choices in men, her choice in a man, got a little boy shot up in the street. But this is something that happens all the time when dealing with these sisters, right? The Black Lives Matter movement did not free a single black man, a single innocent black man from prison. Matter of fact, many of those black women in the Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter movement probably put more black men in jail then anybody's freed. And this is why. Most of them black women are down for feminist issues. The black community and black lives and black men is a front. As you see, for the queer, to queer out the black community. You heard the woman, right? Out of her mouth, right? Now, there's a thing called the Innocence Project. That was, the founders were Peter Newfield and Barry Scheck. You might know them from the OJ trial, especially Barry Scheck. They're very good with DNA evidence exonerating people that has been wrongly imprisoned. Now, since we know, and since they know that black people are disproportionately sent to prison wrongfully, these white men, dang, did I say white men? Oh, yes, I did. These white men got together, develop a project. Oh, but who's helping them with this? Students. What kind of student? White students trying to be lawyers who sees injustice in the white system. All right? So you got white people fighting for black men to get out of jail because most black men that are innocent are put in jail by, in this case, black women in this new day. Back in the day, white people wrongfully. Remember the football player? False rape charges. Y'all seen the video. So more white men have freed innocent black men than Black Lives Matter movement. As a matter of fact, most of the people in the Black Lives Matter movement that came out and tried to tell you they're for black lives were not for black men, is because most of the black men ended up dead or in jail because of most of the black women that are in the Black Lives Matter movement. Y'all think about that for a minute. Most of the black men have ended up in jail because of most of the black people, the black women in the Black Lives Matter movement. Which brings us back to my final thoughts in this question. When the hell did black women create for good that negates the destruction they cause on the entire black community? Good black men and women. All right, there are some good women out there. They are few and far in between. All right. Black men, we starting to wake up. Right? As we wake up, hopefully, these videos will wake black women up. And I will tell you this. The reason why I do this is because if you don't put a mirror to people's face to show them how jacked up and effed up they are, then they don't wake up, because they don't see the consequences of their behavior for those that want to be good. And I say this because some black women came and said, the ones that want to be good. Now, remember, most black women don't want to be good, but the ones that want to be good, they came to my channel and they said, brother, I didn't know black men saw us like this. Now, this is the help of this. A lot of black men are starting to reach out, and they're looking at the responses on on my channel, and they're saying black men hate us. And we said, no, black women hate black men. Black men hate black women's behavior. All right. So let's get an understanding. Black men hate black women's behavior. Good black men and good black women, don't be a wannabe. Wannabes are not thugs, but don't be a wannabe. Black men, don't be a simp. All right. A wannabe is worse than a simp, though. Or a simp is a wannabe. But I'm going to have a brother explain to you what that is. Old school brother. Right? So, with that said, I'm out. You know, the thugs. Now, if by now you don't understand that fro, no fro, weave, no weave, whatever, whatnot, those that mean you no good, mean you no good. If you must get a passport, I recommend it so that more options open up to you. Look for the woman happy being a regular woman. All right? Never be with somebody that try to tell you how to be a man. Especially when they're having a struggle trying to be a woman. All right? Never be with that. And the simps, it's time to kick them to the curb too. Get rid of them out of our groups, out of our presence. Remember, we're supposed to separate. Then maybe we might be able to build something long lasting with women who wake up and see what they need to see. All right? They still got time to repent. All right? Keep that in mind. With that said, I'm out.